got the call from the guys at Yo-zuri to head down to Panama. It was an opportunity that I did not want to miss. Initially, I wasn't even going to film, but I just thought it was a great opportunity since I was going to be down there to try to get a show done.
Prepare yourself for a little bit of an adventure when you come here, but it's part of it. It's part of the fun. You gotta just roll with it.
From Miami, we flew to Panama City. Once in Panama City, we needed to make it over to the coast to a different airport, a domestic flight to David. Once in David, we were picked up by Shane and taken over to the coast to get into one of his boats to go out to the island. It's an hour boat ride just to even get to the place. That's how remote it is. Once you get to the island, that's not even the end of the adventure. You got to get in a panga and be rowed to shore. Sportfish Island Panama Lodge is located 12 miles off the coast of Panama. This is an upscale private island, and Shane Jarvis, who I've met in the past, is the one that owns the place. Everything that's out there, Shane has had to bring in by hand. They have generators that provide power, they've dug wells for water. It takes a full crew to run an operation like this. It's got cooks, chefs, captains, mates, cleaning crews, a big staff that ensures that you have everything you need. It is a remote location, but that's, part of the adventure about the place. That's what's so cool about it. That's what's so beautiful about it. We arrived at the lodge midday, and he gave us the opportunity to get out for an afternoon bite. Shane's a great guy. He's been down here for nearly 20 years. To come to a destination like this, another country, and to be successful at what he's doing, to create a lodge that's one of the best lodges in the world to travel to fish, that's admirable.
This commercial tuna boat's setting fish right now. He's setting tunas up on his long line. He's got the fish up behind his boat. Porpoises are behind his boat. They're eating his chunks. He's got a big ball of bait underneath his boat. He's throttling up to keep the bait behind his boat so the fish rise up behind his boat. These guys are our buddies. He's gonna let us come in behind him. We're gonna pull next to his boat, pitch a bait, hook a fish, and pull away. But we got all these birds working over here and porpoises right next to his boat and behind his boat. We're gonna see what it looks like when we pull up next to him here in a second, but we got some serious action going off right here.
It's hard not to get excited when you pull up to a spectacle like this. There's so much going on with the dolphin chasing bait and the birds. The amount of bait in the water is incredible. And you see the tuna crashing on the surface and you hear the guys in the commercial boat screaming. It gets your blood pumping and it truly is exciting.
Where am I throwing?
See him diving right here?
Hello, baby. Fish on.
That didn't take long.
Chris runs Yo-zuri. He's a great fisherman, does a lot of inshore fishing, a lot of land-based fishing, but he really knows his stuff when it comes to lures, selection, presentation. He's a great guy to be with. He's a great resource and really knows his stuff.
Busting yellowfins in Panama. I mean, look at this. This is wild. Ran up on the school of porpoise, threw a blue runner in him.
Let me, George. Reel.
I think I got one. That didn't take long. Oh.
Why don't you take otra? Right off the bat.
Nice fish.
Woo!
Good job. Beautiful.
Beat him up on that super braid.
Woo! Little butterball.
Yeah, he is.
Woo! A little butterball. Nice. Woo!
Nice fish, George. Couple fat yellowfin for sure.
Nice, George.
Thank you, brother. Welcome to Panama. Yeah. Oh,
beautiful fish, man.
Cast it right in the school. To them like butter balls.
I was insta-bite.
Oh yeah, that was
I
killer.
hit the surface and it was on.
Get a couple more?
Let's go, man. I'm ready.
Crazy running, gunning, man. These tuna are moving quick with the porpoise. You gotta stay in front of them. Pick it up and run, get in front of them, drop a bait out. That's what you get. This was obviously a trip put on by yo-zuri, but I tell you, these are the plugs to use. Whether you're here in Panama, you're in the Bahamas, these mag poppers, surface bite, this is what they're eating. This is the plug that you want to throw. Long distances, you can chug it across the top, create a lot of commotion. Whether we were here with yo-zuri or not, this would be the plug we were throwing.
Oh, blasted the popper. Oh, blasted the popper, sorry. That's a nice fish too. Blasted the mag popper. That was sick bite, dude. Woo! Woo! That's that Panamanian music I love. Oh, dude, look at this fish with my plug in his mouth right behind the boat. That was sick, dude. He just came up on top. Stuck the popper head like out of the water. Pretty fish. Woo! Yeah, Mag Papa. Sick, bro. Woo! That was a sick bite, bro. That was one of the coolest bites I've ever seen, bro. What a bite. That's why you come to Panama right there. Choking papas. There was a big line of porpoises coming. Shane saw them, kind of directed us where to throw. The boat was still moving, so I made a long cast. That mag popper, man, that sled hits the back of that thing could fly, bro. And that's what it's all about, getting long cast, accurate cast right in front of the porpoises. I just let the boat pull, I didn't even reel. I was just popping it as the boat was still moving and just absolutely smoked it, bro. And then took off across the surface, man, tail out of the water. One of the coolest fish I've ever caught.
Our first full day here. Had a great afternoon of fishing, back out at it. Not sure exactly what we're gonna catch. Yellowfin, roosters, cuberas, but we're gonna catch something, I promise you. We are probably 60 miles from the resort, made this long run, and we pull up immediately. Chris throws a popper and a school of cubera comes up, a whole school of cubera. It's one thing about it here is you just run and gun and you better be ready because you never know what's coming next.
Oh, cubera on the popper.
Oh my God.
God. He's got followers, big follower behind him.
Mayhem. It's one thing about it here is you just run and gun and you better be ready because you never know what's coming next.
You want to fight this, Chris? Here, put this rod over on the other side. Okay. Oh, hook came out. Ah, no good. Woo! Dude, that was sick, bro. That bite was insane. Oh, Jack, blue trevally, big blue trevally. Big blue trevally. Yeah, cubera and a blue trevally, bro. I threw the popper one time. Cubera blew it off the surface and 40 more cuberas came with it. We hooked one on a live bait, pulled the hook, but then threw another live bait out, blue trevally, smashed it. And now it looks like we got another one on down here with George fighting another one, man. Panama, it's crazy down here.
Look at the color. It's my first one. We are on a remote island, I don't know, 60, 70 miles from the lodge. Doesn't get fished often. Roosterfish apparently around here, so we'll throw a swimming plug, see if I can find one.
You can come here with a targeted species in mind, but you never know. Throwing those plugs out there, you have no idea what's gonna come up, what's gonna eat, whether it's a snapper, whether it's a roosterfish, some variety of snapper, you know, blue trevally, jacks. It's just such a wide range of fish in this area, and that's what's neat about it. I always love going to a destination and you have no idea what's gonna hit next.
Wow.
Nice African pompano, George.
What a funky looking fish. I've never caught one of these before.
Beautiful African pompano.
Sick. Let this guy go.
Wait.
Got him.
Stuff was going nuts. We had a cubera on the popper. We had a blue jack on one rod. This rod got hit. I picked it up. Big rooster. Big rooster. This is a beautiful fish. Gosh, the head shakes.
They changed direction so
Dude,
much.
yeah. They're so much more active than a jack curval. I mean, similar strength, but man, they move so much more. Change direction, run at the boat, jump.
You want to get him with the net, right?
Yeah. Or you can hand grab him.
These roosterfish can be quite the handful. Can be difficult to get in the net, you know, but more importantly, you really want to take care with these things. You don't want to do any damage to them. They're a great resource, you know, as a catch and release fish in this area. So, you know, thought it would be a better idea just go ahead, reach down, grab a hold of this thing, don't do any damage to him, get a quick hook release, and get him swimming on his way.
Man, that's why you come to Panama right there. Look at that thing.
Beautiful. Biggest rooster I've ever caught, for sure.
I had a cubera on at the same time, rocked me up, and then you got bit by that thing.
Absolutely beautiful fish, man.
What a pretty fish. Look at this.
It jumped 3 times. Tough getting them in the net, but
they are hard fighting fish, but you know what? Let's get them back in the water. We want that one to swim away. Healthy.
Yep. And he's gone, bro. Awesome fish.
Good work.
Woo!
All right, it's day 3. And we've been crushing it so far. I think today, though, we're going big. We're gonna go for the big tuna. It's all upgrades from here. You got plenty of good fish. Now we're going for the monster. I got bit. It didn't take long. Just pulled up. This is incredible.
warm-up right here, George.
This is the warm-up?
Yeah, this is the warm-up, buddy.
Well, he's waking up.
They were saying on the radio earlier there was a bunch of big tunas in this area.
There you go.
So it doesn't surprise you that we hooked a good sized one here. But George is doing a great job. I'd say this is probably about an 80-poundish fish based on how it's been fighting it for how long.
Woo! That's the warm-up. That's the warm-up right there. We're gonna let this one go. This is what they're letting go here. If that tells you anything.
It's been an action-packed, non-stop, intense fishing trip. Definitely the best tuna fishing I've ever experienced. It's one of those locations that you come to. If you want to catch yellowfin, this is the place to do it.
How are you doing keeping up with the pace of Panama?
Not too well. Careful how many days you book.
You got to imagine catching multiple yellowfish in one day. I mean, one fish can really put a whooping on you, but to catch multiple fish in one day, you know, it's a lot. It's a lot that goes into reeling one of these fish, and they're so powerful. The tackle that we're using, you know, you have your hands full, and it can wear you out. Well, you know when you get a bigger one on, the fight is different. You got to settle into the harness, and you're in for a long battle. After that battle goes on for 20, 30, 40 minutes, you realize that you got a big one on. And these bigger fish it's hard to describe, they just get fat and they start to get these longer sickles on them. When you start to see that color down there and that fish is pinwheeling, that'll get the blood going for sure.
Well, this is where you end the day, man. You have been slaying the giants today. I've been catching a bunch, but you have been getting the
Luck of the draw.
definitely
man.
the big ones. This is the biggest of the day.
Yep.
Oh, well over 100 pounds. Ate a chunk on the back. Chris fought him for quite a while. Amazing fishery down here in Panama. This is the place to come if you want to target something like this. It's incredible. It's nonstop action. More fish than you can imagine.
This is my biggest yellowfin ever, and this thing kicked my butt, I'm not gonna lie, man. I had a lot of heat on him, that yo-zuri super braid. Man, we're only using 65-pound test and 80-pound leader. This fish easily outweighs both of those by, you know, double the braid, so. Held strong, man, we put a lot of heat on it, caught a lot of fish on it today, but just glad it held on for one more fish, man.
Crazy,
Awesome.
got a little international 16s that we got them on.
Oh, yeah.
Amazing, made it happen.
Little reels nowadays, you can catch some big fish, and
I
that's
know, look at this. This is what did the trick today. Wow.
Awesome fish, man. Thanks for coming down.
Yeah, brother, thank you for having me.
Get some, buddy. Gotta get tuna blood off me. It's a pretty boat. We want to keep it that way.
This has been one of the most insane, intense fishing excursions of my life. It's been a remote destination. It's been an adventure to get here, but that's what Unfathomed is. It's traveling outside of our comfort zone and to come to locations like this. Because it's been so action-packed, you almost don't enjoy it at the moment. When you have time to sit back, replay it all in your mind, that's when you realize how special this was. That's how special this location was, the people that you were with in the fishery. It was my first trip to Panama, and I promise you it won't be my last. I really can't thank Shane enough and everybody at Sportfish Panama Island Lodge. Such a great destination, incredible fishery, 5-star accommodations, treated so wonderfully throughout the week. I really enjoyed this trip and I can't wait to come back.